Hello everyone! Today, I want to share some invaluable life wisdom that I have gained and summarized over the years, which can bring transformative changes to your life. Just a few minutes, and you'll easily acquire life wisdom that will open the door to success. The Talmud says, "Make friends with all knowledge, and you can also learn knowledge from friends." Jews are often referred to as polymaths. When you talk to them, especially in negotiations, they speak with great clarity, providing rich and engaging content, covering a wide range of topics. Whether discussing world politics, human survival, or even leisure activities, Jewish people seem to be knowledgeable in every area. One Japanese businessman, after a negotiation with a Jewish businessman, said he was left with an unforgettable impression that Jewish man was amazing. "We talked for over 2 hours, and it was he who spoke non-stop. He left a great impression on me. He was well-dressed, spoke with great logic, clarity, and humility. His words were so fascinating that I didn't want to speak, but just wanted to listen." Honestly, it wasn't a negotiation, it felt more like a lecture. Faced with such an erudite opponent, wouldn't you feel a bit anxious? If you're lucky enough to become friends with a Jewish person, the more you converse with them, the more you'll admire their vast knowledge. They talk about politics, economics, military matters, history, and even sports, entertainment, and current affairs. There seems to be no topic they don't delve into. During meals, they often talk endlessly about topics like fish species unique to the Atlantic Ocean, the components and workings of a car, or the classification of plants. You might even begin to wonder if they are experts in those fields. There was a Spanish merchant who admired the Jewish approach to business and tried to emulate it. He succeeded in his business of women's handbags and established a solid foothold in the fashion trade. However, upon seeing the immense profitability of the diamond business, he decided to try his hand at it. Noticing that many Spanish-run diamond businesses were failing, he sought advice from the famous diamond mogul, Masabas, a well-educated Jewish businessman. After hearing the Spanish merchant's concerns, the diamond mogul asked, "Do you know what tropical fish are found in the Australian seas?" The Spanish merchant was taken aback and thought, "Why is he asking about tropical fish? Does this relate to the diamond business?" Noticing the Spanish merchant's confusion, the mogul explained, "The diamond business requires extensive knowledge. If you don't know the history, types, or quality of the diamond, you can't recognize its value. To gain the necessary judgment and expertise, you need to study and accumulate knowledge at least 20 years of experience. You need to understand all the relevant details before you can develop an eye for the market." The Spanish merchant felt ashamed of his lack of knowledge. He realized that Jewish merchants, who inherited thousands of years of experience combined with the latest knowledge, were able to gain the respect and trust of their customers. Without 10 or 20 years of knowledge and solid reputation, it was impossible to succeed in this field. With this realization, the Spanish merchant gracefully withdrew from the diamond business. The key is that those with extensive knowledge can look at the world with a broader perspective. They stand on the shoulders of giants, learning from the wealth of experience of the world's wealthiest people and gaining the most refined methods for making money. In contrast, people with shallow knowledge may struggle to deal with issues and lack the necessary insight in the long term to succeed in business. Jewish people possess vast knowledge, which gives them high intelligence, helping them remain undefeated in business and become recognized as the world's top merchants. In their eyes, knowledge and money are proportional. Only with rich experiences and a deep understanding of business can one avoid mistakes and reach success. This is the fundamental guarantee of making money and is a key quality for any businessman. In every era, those with profound knowledge will always earn respect. There was a Jewish businessman who was invited to attend a financial conference in the UK. During a walk after dinner in Scotland, he recited a poem by the British poet Sir Walter Scott, inspired by the beautiful scenery. The British people were greatly impressed, and they regarded him as a man of great knowledge. As a result, he gained favorable terms in negotiations. Because of their high intellectual level, Jewish people prefer not to associate with those who have limited knowledge or low education. They say, a person in a rose garden is filled with fragrance, and they enjoy the company of those with vast knowledge, as they can often engage in discussions and learning, benefiting from each other's expertise. Jewish people are a nation that excels at learning, and they are always eager to ask about things they don't know. A Jewish man once called a Japanese friend to borrow a car for traveling. The Japanese man thought that since it was the Jewish person's first time in Japan, He must be unfamiliar with the country. He offered to accompany him to Kyoto's famous landmarks. But the Jewish man replied, "Thank you for your kindness, but I have made sufficient preparations." After borrowing the car, the Jewish man traveled alone, equipped with a map and guidebook. Several days later, the Jewish man returned, beaming with joy. He returned the car and invited his Japanese friend to dinner. Over the meal, the Jewish man asked a rapid-fire series of questions. Why do Japanese men wear kimonos only at home and not when they go out? Why is the color of the kimono white? Isn't white the easiest color to get dirty? Why do Japanese people use chopsticks? Wouldn't a spoon be more convenient? Is it because Japan likes to preserve the traditions of their ancestors? The Japanese man was overwhelmed and could hardly eat, but the Jewish man kept asking questions, refusing to stop until every query was answered. The Japanese man admitted, "I've never thought about those things. I'm afraid I can't answer your questions." The Jewish man's relentless curiosity left him deeply impressed. Jewish people regard knowledge as a form of wealth. They believe that knowledge cannot be stolen and can be taken anywhere. Knowledge is power, which is why they value education so highly. There is a saying among Jews that a person's first duty in life is to educate their children to ensure that future generations can survive and thrive in a competitive society and strengthen the power of their nation. Jewish people have moved beyond religious and theological constraints when it comes to education. They understand that, as the world changes rapidly, scientific knowledge evolves at a fast pace. If they don't keep up, they risk falling behind and being eliminated in a highly competitive society. Therefore, they place great importance on education. If you also want to lead a fulfilling and meaningful life, then hurry up and apply this life wisdom in your daily life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.